Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Well, this morning I'm at Waterhead Creek in Kingswear. Following the last video down in the coves in Brixham, I thought let's keep on with the theme and come to a creek. Now, this is just across the River Dart from Dartmouth. I can see the Naval College across the river there. And I've cycled here this morning. It's about 7.5 miles over Hillhead, so it's a decent bit of exercise. Weather-wise, it's still a little dull. I don't think I'm going to get any bright sunshine today, but who knows, that might help. It's a little bit windy, but I've just brought my small Olympus camera, so let's see what we find, shall we? Well, I started my day by cycling out of Torbay and up over Hillhead. This is a really nice hill climb if you're into your cycling. Really nice view from the top of the hill down into Torbay itself. Of course, you can take the bus and it'll take you to Kingswear. And I went to Jubilee Park at the end of Waterhead Creek. Well, the weather's really not playing ball and this wind is quite strong, so hopefully you can hear me. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. I think my first photograph's going to be of this boat just moored up by these rocks and trees behind. I think that looks quite nice. Bit of a leading line of the little stream in front of it as well. Well, I might be doing a voiceover on this one because the wind is very strong. I can see two compositions here. This wider shot, but I started with a portrait image. The idea was to use the buoy in the bottom right hand side to anchor the shot and then look to the boat and then look to the woods behind. And it's turned out okay, I guess, but I did make a schoolboy error. I'd forgotten even to look at the ISO. Normally I leave the camera set at its lowest ISO, which is 200 in this camera, but for some reason it was set at 8,000, so there was a lot of noise in the image. I think this landscape shot works better. You've got the boat as the anchor and then your eye is led away down the creek. Colours are a little bit better in this one. I think it was a bit too bright, a bit too green again. I'd struggle with the green colours, trying to get them right in post-processing, and I think I've done a better job with this one. Anyway, I just came back onto the bank behind the creek for this, and I quite like the leading line of the creek itself, or should I say this stream. So I've set it up coming out of the bottom left hand side, and again the shot leads you away down the creek, even though this is back in a portrait orientation. But as I said before, I quite like black and white shots. You take the colour away and you lose that distraction from the different colours. Now, I have given this a little bit more contrast, and I have darkened the greens down slightly. And to make a little bit more of the foreground in this shot, I've darkened that down and given it a little bit more clarity. And then I went maybe a little bit overboard on this one, but again I'm trying to frame the boat, lead your eye into the distance, which means I've darkened the border of the shot itself, so the trees are darker, and I've really darkened down the foreground, maybe a little bit too much, but it does lead your eye into the shot. Okay, let's take a little walk along the creek towards the River Dart and see what else I can find, shall we? They've provided some information boards, which is nice. Just tells you a little bit about the wildlife you might expect to see in the area, and a little bit about the creek and its industrial past. There's an old lime kiln across the creek here, so they would have transported limestone and coal up to that. Well, I don't know what I was doing with those first few images. Must have been the exertion of the cycle. Forgot all about the ISO. Anyway, I may show you some specs of the bike near the end of the video for those that are interested. Anyway, let's look at this shot I found here. I really like the way this little stream runs its way through the mud of the creek, and with that one boat the other side, I think it makes quite a nice image. Now I'm going to try this with and without the polarizer on, because I think this shot will look a lot better without the polarizer. I'm just having to pick my moment to film as I'm standing right by the road here, and it's very windy again still. So let's have a look at a couple of shots just straight out of camera. This is with the polarize effect off, and you can see all that reflection in the mud of the creek. But what that does do is make some contrast between that and the stream itself and all the little tributaries. Now, of course, as soon as you turn that polarizer on, this is full on, it cuts out as much glare as possible, and then you see the colour of the mud in the creek, and there just isn't that contrast anymore. So this is the shot I ended up with. Haven't had to do much to this. I probably have put too much saturation in the image. I think those greens in hindsight are a little bit too bright, but I really do like the composition of the creek itself. And I think I like this square image. Just moved round slightly, still got that boat in the distance, but rather than straight across the shot, the creek is now, or the stream in the creek is now meandering a bit more, and this is the shot that I really ended up with. Turned it into black and white again, really darkened the foreground down again, leads your eye into the stream, and it almost looks like veins, if you like, a living organism almost. Well, okay, I think I'm going to put my cycle helmet back on and cycle around the road to the other side of the creek and see if there's anything over there to see. Well, before I do, if you're interested in coming here for a walk, there's a really nice circular walk along the River Dart here. If you start at the bus stop called the Banjo in Kingswear, where those trees are is where the creek is, and then you can walk upstream along the river. So wherever you start from, it doesn't really matter, but you can either walk along the river itself, along the railway line, up to Nos Marina, and then back through the trees. But either way, I'm sure you'll find an interesting walk here. Now, I was cycling, so I was trying to stick to roads. Now I'm at the point behind the creek where I can either go down towards the railway line or up to my right and through the trees, where you get some glimpses across the River Dart and the Naval College beyond. As you can see, it was a bit of a misty day. Now, part of this trail, if you're cycling, is a footpath, so please have some courtesy if you do cycle it, but as you can see, it's quite a open footpath for most of the ride, and quite flat as well, so quite rideable. And then at the other end it opens out into this nice almost private road. Anyway, for those bike enthusiasts out there, let's have a quick look at the bike I'm using. So it's an Orbea Terra. It's a gravel bike. Had it about 3 years. It's got a 12x1 derailleur on it, which I found really easy to use and maintain, although I maybe should clean it a bit better before I go out. It has SRAM brakes and a little bit of carbon fibre on the forks and the seat post. And all I've added to it is this quad lock just for my GoPro and my phone. Well, I think I'm going to end the video here. Maybe a short one this week. Not much photography, but then sometimes the photography doesn't work out. But I have really enjoyed the cycle round and exploring some of the walks around the River Dart here and the creek. Now, if you'd like to see more of that, why don't you leave some comments below. Let me know what you'd like me to be doing in this channel, really. You know, do you like the mix of walking and photography? Cycling, not so sure, but yeah, leave some comments. Any advice is welcome on what you'd like to see. Anyway, the River Dart behind me there, I'm going to cycle up the hill, so I'm going to put the camera down. If you'd like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon. But for now, cheerio.